Alex and Felix recipes. I am Felix.
Alex right here.
So today we made a caramel tart.
Wait, can we listen for the sirens though?
Alright, so let's see if we can hear the siren.
This happens to me when I listen to podcasts in the car all the time. You hear sirens on the podcast and you think it's going around.
Hold on, let's be quiet. No, I think it's gone now. Anyway, so we are going to make the crust, I guess, first. I don't know, it's a cross between a shortbread and a straight up pie
But what are
crust.
we making though?
We're making a caramel tart.
Oh, did you already say that?
I did say that. There was also a big intro picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue.
All right, we're good?
We're making the crust. Yeah,
Alright, so we're making the crust here.
I was still listening for the siren.
So that was our flour again. All ingredient amounts and description is down below, so don't feel like you gotta listen to us. So we put all the dry ingredients in there, and then we put some cold butter. And that butter you want it to be really cold. So put it in the freezer and then let it thaw for a couple minutes.
How cold is it?
How cold? Very cold.
Okay.
Baking is no joke. So we're gonna pulse that on and off in a food processor. That's gonna make sort of a sand-like consistency. Then we're gonna drop our egg in there. Gonna mix it up, and then we're gonna get a dough that looks something like this. Like this. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. So like a Play-Doh type thing.
Oh, yeah.
Best way I can describe it.
Okay, it looks Play-Doh-y.
Yeah, so the thing about this is it's basically all butter. So you gotta keep it cold to work with it, otherwise it's gonna melt with your hand temperature and it's not fun. So put a whole bunch of it on parchment paper, then put another piece of parchment paper on top. We're gonna roll it out thin, and then we're gonna put that in the fridge for, I don't know, half an hour.
So how long was it in the fridge? I thought it felt like it was in there for long.
We put it in there for longer. We didn't need to.
Okay.
So now this next part's going to depend on the size of your baking vessel. We chose to do ramekins, but we also did a bigger version, which we baked a little bit longer. So we're going to give you the times for something the size we're doing right now, which is, I don't know, it's about a muffin tin kind of size.
Yeah.
So we're going to place it on the bottom.
What size did you like better, though?
I like the little ones better. It's just easier to eat. It's bite-sized. It's portioned out. Plus, we get crust in every bite. With the big one, you just get all caramel.
Yeah.
I don't like as much. So we're going to place that in there, and I'm out of frame. You think it'd be better at that by now. And we're going to scrape the sides so it looks like that. So now we are going to, this is called docking.
How thick should they?
1/8 of an inch.
Okay.
I mean, make it thicker if you want, but I wouldn't go any less than that. So when we poke the bottom with a fork there, that just allows all the steam to escape so you don't get it all puffing up too much. So when it comes out, it's going to look something like that, just barely browned around the sides.
Yeah.
Again, it's sort of a cross between a shortbread and a pie dough.
This crust was very good, though.
I think it was very flaky. We have a shot of us breaking it at the end.
I think this is one of the better crusts that we've made.
I agree. We're not the best at pie dough, I would say. But this is a good compromise between the two. I think it worked out really well.
Yeah.
So now we're going to do the caramel filling. So we're going to heat again, everything's down below in terms of descriptions. But you want to keep it within a certain temperature range. We're going for something called a soft boil.
Okay.
Sugar syrup stage. So basically when it cools, it's going to remain... what's the best way to describe this?
Like viscous?
Not like gummy by any means, but sort of that consistency where it's got some elasticity to it.
Okay.
And it's going to be firm, but it's not going to be hard or crunchy or anything.
Okay.
So we're going to heat the sugar syrup. We're going to pour the cream in, as you saw. We're going to mix that up until you get to sort of that kind of color. We're going to put that in our bowl. Now let it cool down, not to room temperature, but let it cool down a little bit before you put the vanilla extract in, because the vanilla extract is basically all alcohol. And if it's too hot, it's just going to evaporate right away. So let it cool down a bit in the bowl.
What would you have done if we had used instead of using vanilla extract, we used the vanilla, like the bean pods?
If you use the bean pods? That's a good question. I'm not sure. I'll put it down in the description below. I don't know if I'd put it in before or after. Because on one hand, it steeps in the syrup, and you kind of get it going. Yeah. I don't know. You'd probably want to do it when you heated everything in the pot. Yeah. That would be my guess. Yeah. So we're going to fill our tart here, and again, the big one was in the background. So this is our special salt. This is fleur de sel. So this is the special French sea salt that they harvest. The advantage of this is it's a really nice grain crystal, but any large grain crystal will work. Any
sort of regular sea salt.
Regular sea salt will work. You won't have the same kind of texture as this, but for most people, it'll be exactly the same. You won't know the difference. So here's a shot of us breaking into it. You can see it's very flaky.
It's really good. Oh,
we didn't layer or anything, yeah.
Look at that.
And that's what we mean by soft boil. See, it kind of contains its shape there, and it's not just all spilling out all over the place.
And if yours is a little bit darker, that's okay. Ours is actually a little bit lighter than it should be.
We were on the lighter side, I would say. Yeah. But again, that's what we went with. So.
Yeah, no, I really liked it. This is really, really good.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time.
Bye.